What it do? What it do? Let's pop open this chart right quick. So I got some new chart colors. Just trying these out. I don't really like it too much, but we caught a nasty trade today. We got a lot of buy side that we could actually target. So we already got a sweep. So now we're looking for a displacement away, just like what we're seeing. I'm gonna make these the borders white also. Yeah, I like this a little bit better. Just a little bit better. That's why I see why that's why I put that this to be green. Yeah. This how I kind of had it before with my chart colors, but the canvas, which is gray right now, used to be black. So we gained a nice displacement off of the sweep back to the upside. So I'm expecting higher prices because we have look at this. This is too smooth right here. Uh, See if you could catch a trade. Go to the 5 minute. It's important to actually like go through different time frames. Uh, let's see what's going on. So we got a sweep, nice displacement. Uh, so we did not get a. Oh yeah, we did get a actually gap down. Yeah, so we actually got a new day opening gap. So price closed right here, and then it opened up here. So that's a PD array. So you want to go from the close, which is up here. No, I'm sorry. Bearish candles open high, close low, and then this one opened right, open high. Okay, um, make that black. I kind of like using black, lady, for some reason with these chart colors. So they said prices kind of is whenever it gaps down less than around 100 points. Whenever it gaps down less than around 100 points, it's a 70% chance that it will come back to this gap that got created. Yeah, that's the black I like. Mm, yeah. So we did actually finally could cash out off my top step. So I could finally cash out from my top step. So I'm gonna request a payout maybe tomorrow, and then on my other account, we have one more day to be able to actually patch that account also. Yeah, so let's see if we could request our cash out later on this week from both live accounts. We caught a monster trade today. I caught a monster trade today. I caught this play right here. I caught this play right here after the sweep. Came into it. We got a breaker. We got a low, high, lower, low, higher, high. After the sweep, so we got right here low, wait, low, high, low, low. Yeah, right here. It kind of came a little bit further down than what I liked, but it still held. As you see here, this is the play I caught. Yo, it literally almost hit my stop. I had my stop literally right here. I had my stop literally right here. I gave it a little bit more room, and good thing I did that. That's why it's important to sometimes. What time frame this is? This the 1 minute. That's why it's important sometimes to give it a little bit space. You don't want to have a tight stop loss, because if you have a tight stop loss, it can come and stop you out. But it came in because actually the break is supposed to actually, it never supposed to come down here to this lower half. It actually supposed to stay in this upper half. So actually, once it did this, so once it did the low, high, lower, low, higher, high, it's supposed to come into here, stay in the upper half, and then displace away. But you see, it went to the lower half. That's when I was like, oh, this might be a lower probability. So I put my stop a little bit here because I wasn't risking a lot. That's why I love the breakers, because when you trade ICT concepts, you never really risk a lot. So once it comes into here, you want to put your stop right here. So look, you could put it below this down close candle right here, 23 points. So 20 points times, if you trade in one macro, right, that's not even $50. You see what I'm saying? So my first TP was literally right here. So it came, took me out, and then I caught the other trade. This trade I caught earlier today. This was a monster trade at open. Look at the trade I caught. So I don't know if you know about the forever model, right? So we get an SMT right here. We get an SMT with ES and MQ, right? You want to be patient and wait for the change in the state of delivery. So remember, the change in state of delivery is all of these down close candles, right? But once it creates the opposite candle, it starts over, right? So we get the SMT right here. We get a change in state right here. These three down close candles right here. Boom. Once it closed right here, you see how we respect it. You see how, let me draw it. This is why I like ICT concepts, because you can actually see levels getting respected all the times. And you can actually see if you're on sides or not on side. Right? Dang, I was supposed to get on TikTok live. I forgot about that. I'm gonna get on right after I explain this. So anyway, so we get the SMT, right? Then we get the change in the state of delivery right here. These three down close candle, we get aggressive displacement, and you see right here, this zone right here is an inverse. This is an inverse. So look, no extent. I like drawing my inverses to be orange. I don't know why this thing stretches this far. Oh, oh, I didn't even look. It's actually coupled with the first percentage fair value gap. Also, that's why I got it stretched out. So it's actually coupled. So this same fair value gap is actually the first percentage fair value gap that got presented after 9:30 also, right? So that's another confluence on why this trade worked out also, right? So we got the SMT, we got a change in the state of delivery right here. It would have been these down to close candle, but because it started over, we got bullish, and it started over again. You wanna just use these three down close candles. We get an aggressive close above. You draw this line over here, then you want to wait, right? You want to wait for a inverse fair value gap. So that's the key. You want to have a SMT, wait for the change in the state of delivery, and you want to inverse a fair value gap. And then look, we just rally. Just a play I caught right here to cash out. Lovely play. This was a lovely play. And then you see this same first percentage fair value gap. Eventually, we started consolidating. And then after that, we just dip lower, close below the first percent fair value gap right here, came into right to equilibrium, displaced lower. This is a new weak opening gap, right? Basically like a volume imbalance. Comes back up. You see how it touches it, displaced lower, and it just drops. And then this is the play. This is the play I call in the afternoon time. So, so you see, we getting some nice displacement to the upside right now. I really don't like this gray color. I feel like I can't really see it that well for some reason. But I'm just trying out different chart colors, so I'm gonna end up changing this soon. So you see how this is what I mean by order flow, right? We get a sweep, we get a high, we come back down, take the high, we pull it back. So look at that. Look how we hold that. So we sweep, we create a high, come down, create a fair value gap, displace higher, do not take out this low, come up, take the high. So this is a key. If the market takes a high and leaves a fair value gap, that's an important fair value gap, right? Not to saying that's going to be 100% all the time, but it's an important fair value gap, right? So let's see what they do. But yeah, so I'm actually done. I'm just actually just like watching price action right here because this is not my session. This is not my best session that I trade in. I kind of just watch price action and just keep trying to keep trying to get better. And I keep forgetting I'm supposed to go on IG, Instagram, TikTok live. I keep forgetting that. But I'm gonna go on a little bit later on tonight on TikTok. So, but yeah, man, I've been trading. So my name is Casino Trades. I've been trading for about 3 years. I've just got into futures a year and a half ago, and I've been felling prop firms for the last year and a half. So I finally today I'm eligible to request a cash out, and I got 2 live funded. So hopefully the other one I can cash out from the other one too, because I already got 4 winning days for the other one. So man, it's a great week, man. It's a great week. So the key is literally keep getting better at trading. Like that's the key. Like to not quit, right? And to consistently get better at trading. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? And if you got any questions, anything you need help with, anything you need help with, just write it in the chat and I can answer it. So I'm saying, but right now we're just watching this price action. So look, price kind of aggressively came back down. Let's see what it do. So you see all of these lows right here are still intact. So we really got no real sweep on the lower time frame, but we did get a sweep on the higher time frame. As you see, we did sweep it on a higher time frame. So he said, "What do you have experience with Asian?" He said, "Do you have experience?" Yeah, the Asia is pretty simple. It's just you need your right model. So like the actual model for Asia is literally, so you want to chart the high and the low, right, of the session from 7 to 9, right? So they go from 1900 hours is right here. So this the low. So this internal buy side. So this is how you trade Asia. 1900 hour minor buy side. This is minus sell side. So you got minus sell side, and it opened up right here. So we got buy side right here. Minor buy side. Minor buy side. All right. She said, because my job, I can't trade New York Session no more. Listen, you need to put trading over your job. and change your job and trade New York session. Because that's what I did. Because eventually you're gonna have to trade New York session eventually in the future anyway. So you might as well just commit to the sacrifice now and switch your jobs. Let me stop playing. That's what I did. Because, but Asia session is kind of trash because it price don't move. So price don't really move super fast, but it still works. So, anyways, you can still find good setups. So you want to wait. So you want to try the high and low from 7 to 9, right? I mean, sorry, from 6 to 7. So that's here. It opened up here, and then the low is here. Now you want to wait for it to sweep the high or low. It really doesn't matter. It's better if it goes along with your bias, right? Like my bias is bullish, right? Because we got relative equal highs. Like this shit is too sweet right here. All of this is too sweet. So that's why I expect a run on buy side. If not in the Asian market, London, if not London tomorrow morning, all that should get ran. If not, then these, because we do got double lows down here. So if I go to 1 hour chart, so you see on this 1 hour, we got these clean lows right here on this 1 hour. So we got relative highs on a smaller time frame. And on a higher time frame, we got relative lows. Right. So now, just trying to paint into context. So now you're looking for a sweep of liquidity, right? It don't really matter, buy side or sell side. So right now, this is what it's doing. We got a high coming up. So 7 o'clock, we get the low. So you draw the low. So now you're looking for a sweep of the low, and then a market structure shift back to the opposite end. And the same thing, vice versa. You're looking for a sweep of buy side, lack displacement. That's the key. It has to lack displacement. Because if it don't lack displacement, it's going to continue. Right? Looking for a sweep of buy side, lack displacement, come back into the range, and to target the opposite end. So because I'm bullish, I'm expecting it to come lower and then to go higher. But if it breaks up higher first, I'm looking for the type of displacement we get past these highs. Because if we do this, that's okay. But once we start closing back below in the range, that's when you want to take it to the opposite end. He said, can't do that at the moment. Hello, they pay good. Well, guess what? You stay with that motherfucking job then. if that's a job that pay good, you stay with that job because you don't want to you want to make the goal is to actually make what you make at your job with the outside thing at least like times three. So let's say you make $1,000 a week, you want to make $3,000 a week for like 2-3 months before you actually you know stop working or do anything stupid like. So, but because I chose trading over anything, over everything. I said, you know what? I have to trade New York session. Like I knew I would have to trade New York session. So I don't really care about a job. So I just quit the job I had and then found an afternoon job so I can actually trade in the morning. And then the thing with Asia, sometimes so you see how we're coming, hitting a fair value gap, running away, but coming back into the range, running back out. You see like it's respecting price, but not super efficiently, right? So that's why I like trading New York because New York it's not gonna do these crazy runs. Like it would do the crazy runs, but it's just gonna respect things much more. Like you can pull your stop up with Asia, like wherever your stop is at, you gotta like put it at break even and kind of like leave it because it definitely will come back and get your stop and hunt your stop loss because the market loves to do four things at all times: generate the liquidity, which is just generating the highs and lows. Then it's gonna hunt the highs and lows. That's how people get stopped out. Then it's gonna rebalance, right, to an inefficiency, which is a fair value gap, or it's gonna rebalance to an so it's gonna rebalance to equilibrium. Equilibrium is 50% of the range. So let's say the range. So let's say right now, this is the range we in from here to here. Equilibrium is right here. So that's the four reasons. That's the four reasons why price move, and it moves in three ways. It accumulates. This is more. This is important too. It will accumulate. You don't want to trade in accumulation. Accumulation is just basically consolidating, right? Then you get the manipulation lower, get the manipulation, and then you get the distribution. So it looks like price want to continue to go a little higher. So I want to see we're on a 5 minute. Yeah, let's see if this can be used as an inverse. And then see if we could break above. Let's see if we could break above and use this 5 minute gap as an inverse. So like I said, I would like a sweep on the lows because look at this. This is super sweet. Like super sweet. And our model hasn't formed yet. We're waiting for a sweep of the high or low to start engaging. Let me hop on TikTok because I'm supposed to be hop on TikTok. Cause I'm supposed to been to get on TikTok. I ain't gonna lie, but I gained so much followers on TikTok so fast. I'm already at 143 followers on TikTok. I just started actually posting for real on that motherfucker. I just started posting for real on that thing. All right. Patience, patience, patience. That's the game of trading. If you don't know how to be patient. Yesterday I was on live. I sat here for 4 hours. I sat here for 4 hours yesterday, live trading yesterday. Like, and I think I only took like 2 trades. Nah, you gotta be so patient when it comes to trading. You gotta know when to trade, when not to trade. That's the key. Most people don't actually know when to trade, when not to trade. Right. Like right now, there's no trades for me. No matter what, no matter how clean it runs up or do whatever, there's no trades for me because I'm waiting on a sweep of liquidity first. If there's no sweep of liquidity first, there's no trade. Right. You gotta have rules. That's the main reason why I was able to actually cash out with my top step account because you need rules. You need rules when it comes to trading. You need to be disciplined. Remember, the four key components to be a profitable day trader are you need to be patient, you need to be disciplined, you need a proper risk management, and a high quality setup. So let's see what happens after we take this high or if we take this low. I've seen so many times that it just stops right here and then just go low. So that's why you don't ever want to anticipate. You just want to have your own hypothesis. Okay, this what might happen. If this happens, this is what I'm going to do. That's how you get better with trading. So we get a sweep. So let's see if we get an aggressive with nice displacement. See, that's nice displacement. See that displacement? That's a nice displacement. Now I'm expecting it to close. That's why the wick. That's why they say the wicks do the damage, but the bodies tell the story, right? The wicks do the damage, the bodies tell the story. So that was a crazy displacement at first, right? But now look what happened. we're back into the range. All right, let's see what happens. So we just engaged liquidity. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if we get. So remember, I'm looking for a lack of displacement, right? So if it comes back into this range, this is a lack of displacement. I don't want to see this. If you see this, it's probably going to go lower. But guess what? If we get aggressive at first, but then we start closing back up here, that's what I want to see. So that's why you want to have different. You want to have different options. Okay, if this happened, this is what I might have. If it does this is what I'm going to do. Right. So you see how we got lack of displacement from the highs. It took the highs and it came back into the range. So we got a display. So we got a high ticking. It came back into the range. Being patient, man. That's how I was able to get my cash out today, to receive my cash out. So I finally cashed out from Top Step. Finally, man, after a year and a half of just losing, finally, because Top Step owe me some money anyways. I'm probably down like $5,000 to $10,000 in the last 2-3 years. Well, 2 years of trading prop firms. So think about if you were trading real money. If you were trading real money, I would be down so much more money. Right? So because I trade prop firms, right? Because I trade prop firms on the way, like everybody gonna lose in trading, right? But you have to get better with trading. The only way you get better with trading is actually consistently trade. So if you trade your real money all of the time and you're not good at trading, so if you're gonna lose a lot of money while you're learning, and that sometimes can be discouraging. That's why I always recommend people to actually don't trade your real money until you learn how to trade. Wait till you learn how to trade and then trade your real money. Right? Because then you're only gonna be losing $50 at a time. But if you trade your real money, you're gonna put up 1,000. You're gonna maybe put 2,000 or 500 of your real hard-earned money, and then you're gonna give it to the market so fast because why? You ain't gained the discipline of trading yet, right? Remember, there's 4 key components to be a profitable day trader: patience, risk management, discipline, and a high quality setup. If you ain't mastered those four things, and understanding AMD, understanding your own strategy, you're going to lose a lot of money. So why not just trade with prop firms? Only spend $50 on a prop firm and potentially cash out, or just you don't want to spend no money on a prop firm, just actually just paper trade. But I don't think you should paper trade. I actually think you should actually use a prop firm because it's a challenge. Right? If it's a challenge and if you use money, it's gonna make you trade differently. So anyway, so you see how it came back to this range. So I want to see. So 2 scenarios. So we just did create an order block right here. So I want to see if this holds. But if that don't hold, right, we have a fair value gap right here that I'm expecting it to actually be used as an inverse once it breaks below it. Because why? We had a lack of displacement. We rejected at this level. If you get a nice displacement lower, right, you want to wait for the change in state of delivery and this inverse fair value gap, right, targeting down here. But I'm actually bullish on the higher time. I'm actually bullish on the higher time frame because you see how sweet these highs are that happened today. The market is definitely going to come hunt this. This is too sweet. So that's why I'm actually expecting. I actually want this level to hold and break above, and then now stay above here into so I can get into a long, because I really don't want to get into a short. But just if you just trade price action, so you see how we pulled back, we pulled back right into where I was expecting it to bounce at. So hopefully it creates another order block. And then now this time we're looking for a good displacement, because this first displacement was good at first, but then look what happened. It came back into the range, right? So I love when it literally does exactly what I'm expecting it to do. So we got a nice damn, I ain't gonna lie. The problem is we ain't really getting no sweep of sell side yet. But let's see if this, once it closes above this level, let's see if this level can hold that support. So we got a nice expansion. I ain't gonna lie, I want to go long. This is the next liquidity right here. I ain't gonna lie, I think longs is in effect. Can you go over the key level one more? Uh, uh, my bad. My back on TikTok. I wasn't even reading what somebody put. She said, "Can you go over? Damn, can you go over the key level one more, coach?" Nice displacement. So you see the fake. Oh look, so now we came back retest. So we came back retested the level. You see how I pulled back to inefficiency. You see how I came back and pulled back right to this inefficiency. Exactly what we're looking for. So let's see. Let's see if we can get. But remember, the actual regular model is actually sweep of either end, high or low, lack of displacement, back into the range, target the opposite end. But if you read price action, you can see that it looking like it don't want to go lower right at the moment. That was nice. I'm not gonna get in. I'm just trying to see if this level holds. You actually should put it below here, but I wouldn't put my stop down here because this is back into the range, right? You don't want, like, you want it to stay outside of here so it can create new levels. So I'm gonna literally put my stop like basically like right here, 10 points. So let's see how that goes. Now I'm not in a trade right now. I'm just trying and seeing and looking at something. But if I would be trading, this is a trade that I will probably potentially take. And this is just a regular order flow play, right? Just regular order flow play. Just reading price action basically. And one thing you can use too, wicks, right? You can use wicks. So sometimes I use the wick because I want to see this wick hold as some support, right? Let me change the color. Because wicks are a P theory. Right. So let's see. So we got equilibrium of the wick right here. Let me delete this. So we got equilibrium. You see how we really didn't get aggressive close outside of the wick, right? But look at the bodies. Look where all the bodies. The bodies is in the upper half, right? All the bodies are in the upper half, right? So the high, the low, equilibrium. So you see if it stays in the upper half and expands, that's what we're looking for. But if you see it come down here and the bodies start closing down here in the lower half, if I'm bullish, that's something that I don't want to see if I'm bullish. So let's see if we get any close inside here. Any bodies. Let's see if we get any body closures. Remember, this is how you get better with trading also. Like you chart, you okay, this may happen. What's gonna happen if this happens? Okay, you want to keep on becoming better. That's how you get better at trading. Become better, learn from your mistakes day by day. It's okay to lose in trading. Most people remember 95% of traders fail. 95. That's a high percentage, right? So what you have to do is do the opposite of what the 90% of traders do. Most traders, they FOMO, which is fear of missing out, right? The trade is going, they just, okay, you know what, let me get in because I want to make money on this trade. That's FOMO, the fear of missing out. Don't when you sense yourself experiencing FOMO and you feel yourself being impatient, don't trade, right? That's a sign that you're experiencing FOMO. Most people blow up their accounts when they experience FOMO. So you shouldn't do that. Another thing, being not being patient enough. Most traders aren't patient enough. That's how they blow up their account also. So what you gotta do, you gotta focus on being patient. When you feel yourself antsy, it's called sitting on your hands, knowing when to trade, when not to trade. Right. So it's and another thing, becoming a good loser, right? That's key also. Learning how to lose. You have to learn how to lose, bro. Like that's key also. You want to make sure your losers are small and your winners are big. And you see how, remember, consolidation, right? Remember, the market loves to do, the market will run, then it will accumulate, right? Accumulation, and then it will manipulate, which is the fake out. It'll fake people out. It will manipulate in the opposite end on where it really want to go. And then it'll break out. So most people can't stay patient. So it did it. So you see how it did exactly what I was looking for it to do. And now look what it did. It created a change in the state of delivery, right? AK order block, and it left behind the fair value gap. So this is how you get better with trading right here. Lovely, man. That was amazing right there. I'm giving y'all some free game. This is some good game right now. So if you like I said, man, I'm not a guru, man. I'm just like you. I'm just, sharing my experiences, learning every day, getting better. And I teach for free. I do not charge for teaching. I'm working on content, working on getting better with content. And that's it, man. So If you want to see speed, you want to see speed past highs, right? You don't want to see it take a high or stop at a high and come back down. That's lack of displacement. So look, like I forgot we did create the inefficiency. So let's see if this inefficiency gets respected to go back higher. Cause we do got buy side right above us. We literally just been walking this down from the beginning. Cause remember, we already got a sweep on a higher time frame. But the only thing I don't like is these lows. These lows are too clean, right? So if you got in down here, you just keep putting your stop here. You keep putting your stop. So we really got no clean run on sell side. All right, that's important. We got no clean run on sell side. I want to see speed past these highs. I want to see speed. I want to see speed past them highs. Speed. Phew. You want to see it pop up. Boop. That's how you know if you're on sides or not. And just like before, remember what I said before about the bodies? So look, if I draw this wick, look at the bodies. The bodies are in the upper half. That's how you know order flow is good at the moment, right? The bodies, there's only one wick down here, and all it did was come down and tap this inefficiency, expand, right? The bodies, remember, the bodies tell the story, the wicks do the damage. Same thing with this one. Look at this one. Look at the bodies. The bodies stop right at equilibrium. Look at the bodies. Bodies stop right at equilibrium. The wicks is what do the damage and stop you out. Speed, you want to see speed past these highs. I want to see expansion. So we didn't take the high, but we're close. Let's see. But it looks good. Once you learn how to do what I'm doing right now, like reading order flow, that's how you know you're getting better for real. Because that's the true. Like you see, there's no indicators, there's no nothing. It's just candlesticks and lines and boxes, straight price action. But then you see how sometimes shit like that can happen. You can get that crazy move down. 'Cause remember, we really got no run on sell side. We got no run on sell side. All of these lows are still intact. All of these lows are still intact. So that's why that's not really a good sign. So let's see if we could hold some support at this level. And another thing about trading, everything can go good. You see how we was walking price down from the beginning, right? Everything can go good, 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 and then just out of a blink of an eye, it could just do that and go all the way down and stop you out. That's a part of trading, right? Because kind of look at it, we're kind of extended, right? We're kind of overextended, right? Because we got like no. Hold on, let me show you. You draw your fib, you go from the low to the high. So you see how we got literally no sell side, right? We got literally no sell side. So hopefully it can stop right here and use this zone as some support. But If it breaks below here, but you see how it left these relative highs? Like the market literally just be setting up to come back, right? The market, remember, the market does this four thing. It generates the highs and lows. What's liquidity? Highs and lows. It's the algorithms, it's the market's footprint to letting you know, listen, I need to go back higher. So we got equal lows. Hold, let me see if we got a SMT. Let me see if we got a SMT. 1 minute. No SMT. All right, so we set a line. So this is basically the breakout, the break and retest. All right. So remember I told you before, I want to see an expansion past this level, right? And if it comes back, I'm looking for a weak displacement. So it showed a little bit weak displacement, but it came back and it rallied back above. So the fact that we didn't hold crazy displacement to the downside, we may still be bullish. This is a key level right here, right? So this is the breakout. So now remember, accumulation with the retest, accumulation with the retest, expansion. All right. So let's see. I would get in. I would get in, but you know, I gotta wait for my cash out to get approved. And on the other one, this is not a high probability trade for me. For me to trade on my live account. This is just an order flow play. This is just strictly order flow. So this is why this is not really a high probability. It's a good chance that it can work, but it's not a high probability. So because it's not a high probability, I wouldn't want to put my real money, right? And I would trade it on a prop firm also, but because I already requested the payout for one account and the other account, I just need one more day of plus $200, and I'm waiting on a high probability trade to take that also. So this trade is really not worth it for me, even though it could still work out. But you know, like ICT say, you have to be okay with letting trades run and you being able to just sit out and watch it. That's how you know you're not experiencing FOMO no more. You okay with just letting trades do what it do. If you like the game I'm giving, if you appreciate the value, just give me a like. All I'm asking for a like, and if you want to follow me, I appreciate the follow. Cause me doing this is me getting better, right? Me doing this, me coming here and trading, me coming here and studying, me coming here and fixing my flaws, fixing my right and my wrongs. That's me becoming better. It's called be, do, have. You have to become the person that do the thing to eventually have, right? What one is chasing to get, right? It's be, do, have. Until you become the good trader, you're never going to actually become the good trader. You're never going to have the things that a good trader has. Because why? You didn't adapt the things that good trader does. A good trader learn from their mistakes. A good trader know how to be patient. A good trader knows when to trade, when not to trade. A good trader knows, okay, risk management, right? So I want to see this be used as an inverse. Let's see if this can be used as an inverse. So we already hit TP1. Let's see if we can, not TP1, but we already was aiming for long. So if you was in that trade from down here, you made some money, but let's see if we can go 2 for 2 on the day in Asia. So you want to wait for a close outside of it, right? Because it can do that. Stop at. Remember, I said the wicks do damage, the bodies to the story. Let's see what the bodies tell us. Let's see what the bodies are telling us. Damn, where I put my lighter at? Where's my lighter? Damn, man, I finally cashed out from Top Step, man. Damn, it feels so good, man, to request a payout after losing over a year and a half. Oh, man. Don't give up, man. Trading is hard, man. I know trading is hard, but if you consistently, persistently want to get better, eventually you're gonna get better, and then you're gonna learn, and then you're gonna start learning from your mistakes. Because realistically, all of the game comes from your losses. All of the game comes from your losses. Honestly, 'cause that's how you learn what to do and what not to do. One thing I learned about a fair value gap: sometimes it gotta be used as a fair value gap. So in order for this to be an inverse, in my mind, okay, it has to use it as a regular fair value gap first, just like he did, and then come back up and break it. So you see how it came up, it used it, it reject, came back down. Hopefully it creates a change in the state of delivery up here to go back higher. Then finally close. We actually got a low high, lower low, higher high. We could have a potential breaker. Uh, that really wouldn't be a high probability breaker though. That's not really a high probability breaker because a breaker is actually like this. This is a breaker. Low, high, lower, low, high, high. That's the breaker. And then you want to, once it pulls back, your entry want to be right here on the pullback to the breaker. Then once it pulls back, pull back to the breaker, retest, runs. I got so much better, bro. Damn, man, this shit's crazy. It's not really. It's not even about winning and losing. It's really just about becoming better. So I want to see it close. We went up here, but we didn't close. You gotta wait. We're gonna 15 more seconds. I want to see it close. I literally just said exactly what was gonna happen. Oh my gosh. I love this shit. All the long nights, man. All the lonely nights. Staying up trying to learn how to trade, man. It pays off, man. Hard work pays off, man. That's beautiful. I was beautiful. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't tell me that wasn't beautiful. Like, you cannot tell me that wasn't beautiful. We literally walked price down to the T. Even if it don't come up and hit our TP, just the fact that we walked all this down before it happened is just crazy. That's how you know you're really becoming better. This is, and you see how this is how you want to trade. You see how it's it's going, right? It's coming, going, 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 right? This is how you want to trade. This is low resistance, right? High resistance. Let me show you the difference between high resistance and low resistance. So this is high resistance right here. You see how it's just ranging back and forth, 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 back and forth. Remember the power of three, right? It does this. It does this to burn people out. It does this to actually exhaust people to get out. Okay, let me get out. And then they just do the move, right? Remember the power of three: accumulation, accumulation, accumulation. And this is today, accumulation. And then we really didn't get a crazy manipulation. That's where we get an SMT, and then we get the expansion down, right? That's the power of three. That's how the market moves. So you got to understand that you got to be patient and actually know when to trade, when not to trade, and just get better, right? I used to trade, and when it used to be just back and forth all the time, I used to lose money all the time like that. But then I learned, okay, how to identify that it's in the high resistance versus low resistance. How, and once you answer that, you usually go live. I kind of just be going live whenever. Spontaneous, man. Spontaneous. I kind of just, like I said, go live whenever, really. So let's see if we get a pullback. Remember, because the market does four things at all times, right? It generates the highs and lows, and then it takes the high, it hunts the highs and lows, right? So right now we have a high, we have a new high here, we have a high here, we have all of these lows that it got created, right? So the fact that we ran, we should pull back to an inefficiency to keep going higher. Or worst case scenario, we're gonna pull back to this consolidation right here to go higher. But if it sweep this, the price really shouldn't have come. Price really shouldn't have come below here. It really should stay up here. Because I'm bullish, I'm expecting this fair value gap, the bottom half to hold as support, right? And to stay in the upper half. Just like we explained when about this example, and just how we explained about the other example we had, right? Just how right here, this fair value gap, right here, you see it? This fair value gap right here. You see how we created it, then we came back. So we created a high, we came back into it. We pulled back to an inefficiency, expand. Then what happened? We couldn't take the high, but look, we did. We generated the highs. We generated highs. And then you know that we're okay. We're still trying to go higher, but we have to pull back to stop people out, right? To get people to get out. Then we pull back to a key area, back to inefficiency, back to this opening range gap right here. You see how price left a gap right there. Like I said, I'm looking for it to close above and start holding and then expand. So the fact that I'm bullish, I'm expecting it to stay in here. I want it to stay in here. I want it to stay all in here. So that shows me I'm on the right side, and it shows me that okay, we're respecting order flow. If it don't come back into it, that's even more perfect. But remember, sometimes we can still dig into this level. right? So sometimes it retraces far down. So we may come hit here, stay in here, run up, or we may come a little bit lower, tap into this level, and let the wicks stay down here, but let the bodies close in the upper half. This is some good game right here, boy. So let's see what happens when we get a push inside of it. Okay, we got we got a value imbalance. You gotta draw the value imbalance also. Okay, so we get a touch into it. Let's see if we touch inside of the okay, bomb. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Do we just break through the fair value gap? Right? Do we do that? Or do we hold it? Do we hold it, then break through? Right? Or do we hold it, stay in the upper half, let some wicks come in here, right? Let something touch here and then expand? Or do we just, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of analysis you want to have. But because I'm bullish, I'm expecting it to come into here, stay in the upper half, make a little consolidation, and to expand, right? Or I will let it come into it, right? Or second scenario is let it come into it, right? Come down, let the wicks do the damage. I want it to touch all of this, which is the manipulation, and then go higher, retest, and then hit our TP. Let me change the mood right quick. Nah, this the 1 minute chart. This a 1 minute chart. My bad, Dre. Yeah, Max, you right. It's the 1 minute chart. Okay. Oh, I ain't even see this imbalance right here. This is a value imbalance right here. So this will be like our last line of support right here. So let's see if it just shoot up. Because now it's in the lower half. I ain't really want to see that. But sometimes in Asia, it does. In Asia, it does do deep retracements. So let's just see. Or we got a crazy deep retracement. Woo, sheesh. So we was up about 35 points before this crazy pullback. So you see how it closed way down here? That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign right there. But it still can hold, right? Because we're still at this level right here where we can hold, potentially bounce at. Because why? Remember, if you know about support and resistance, right? This was a resistance level, right? Old resistance turns to new support. How is it support? Because of what happened. It touches it, expands away. It touches it again, expands away. Right? So there's buyers at this level. But if we break through, old support turns into new resistance if it breaks through. Then it comes back into the range, and that's not what you want to see. Another thing, sometimes price is literally going to come close to your stop loss. It's all a part of trading. Like you can be up $100, $200, $5,000, and you can just be down money in a blink of an eye. It's a part of trading. That's why you have a stop loss. That's why before you get into a trade, you want to, okay, what's the risk? This trade, before I got into the trade, I said, okay, I'm risking 7 points. I'm trading one macro, that's only $14. But let's say let's say I was over leveraged with like 2 minis. I'm trading $40 a point. $40 times 7, a couple of $100. You know what I'm saying? So I was up a whole bunch of money, right? If I was in too many. And then for it to come back all the way down, it's diabolical. Like in the emotional, but it's a part of trading, right? You don't want to get out and then it run your way. Or you know what I'm saying? You only get out if it just starts invalidating things, right? You only want to get out of trades if it starts to invalidate what you're looking at. He said an order block. An order block where? Let's see if you know what you're talking about. Where's the order block? This is a 1 minute time frame. Or do you want me to go to a 5 minute? But there is an order block here. But let's see if you know where though. Where's the order block? Let's see. Let's see if somebody. I got 7 people on YouTube live and I got 16 people on TikTok live. Let's see who can answer. Where's the order block? Who knows where's the order block? There's an order block here. Right? Where's the order block? That's why I like trading. Literally anything goes. Yep. Trading, bro. Anything goes, bro. You don't need no job, bro. You don't need no boss. All you need is yourself and some money. All I gotta do, let's say I go broke today. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go wash some cars, get about or get a regular job, work for 2 weeks, get like from $1,000, get like around $500 to $1,000, and we back trading. Because in trading, anything goes, man. But you gotta know the skills. If you don't got the skills, it's gonna be hard. He said 960. Nigga said 960. What you mean 960? Or the time? Or the nah, it ain't even. It's 850. All right. So the order block. This is the order block, right? So the order block. So before we get to run up, right? The order block would be here. These 3 down close candles right here. 1, 2, 3. Aggressive close. So this is the order block right here. So let me draw it out. So either you can draw the wick or the body. I like to draw. I like to literally draw both sometimes. So this is the order block right here. So let me delete this zone right here. This is the order block right here. These 3 down close candles, aggressive close, after fair value gap, and it's coupled with our new day opening gap. All right. So it's all about context, right? If you have a lot of context and confluences for your trade to work out, take the trade. So you see how we came close to it, but we ran away. Came close to it, but ran away. So, but we created a new order block though. So this is the first one, and then this will be the second one right here. Right here. This will be the second one. Right here. Once you did that. But you see how this is the new one, but you see how price still came back all the way down. This is the rejection block of the new order block, right? So as long as it takes this, as long as it don't take this low, this order block stays protected. All right. So that's why I put my stop below here, because it's below everything, right? It's below this. It's below the new day opening gap that we got, and it's below this fair value gap. For me, it's in mean threshold. It's above mean threshold of this order block. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not expecting it to even come down here. I wasn't even expecting it to come down this way. I was expecting it to actually stop here, use this fair value gap to go higher. But price can literally do whatever the hell they want to do. Which pair this is? This is the NASDAQ. So I trade NASDAQ and ES. He said, what the skills are, champ. The skills are trading, nigga. That's a skill. What time frame work on for you? Is in your favor? Shit. I trade how you supposed to trade. I'll start with a higher time frame and I work my way down. I'm on NQU. What's NQU? And this is another reason when I don't like trade Asia, because it takes forever sometimes. Like sometimes it takes forever for the trade to pan out. Oh, I'm tripping. I took off the risk reward. Well, I got in. Well, I didn't really get in. Like I said, it's not a real trade. Like, it was because I told y'all why. But like I said, this was a trade that if I would have took it, if I would have been green on a day, I would have definitely took this trade. But because of I'm already green and stuff like that, I already requested the payout, all that stuff like that, and I'm already one more day from profitability on the other live account. I'm looking for a high probability trade. And this, like I said, this is not it's a good trade, but it's not a high probability. Like I said, this is just an order flow, reading order flow. He said NQ is the newest. Oh, you right. I do supposed to switch over to the new contract. You right. You're absolutely correct. What symbol are you following? NQ. Yeah, I definitely gotta switch over to the new contract, because I think the other one is more volatile. What times? Oh no, I just be jumping on anytime. Like I don't really have a set time that I actually get on. So I kind of just get on whenever. Are you using a broker? Yeah, I use multiple brokers. So for my funded account, I use Top Step, and then for my live money, my live real money, I use Tradeovate and I use AMP. So I use AMP for my real good trades, my higher probability trades, good trades, and I trade on Tradeovate when I want to over leverage. So if I want to over leverage, I'm gonna Tradeovate. I do that because I got two different accounts. So I got a bulk of my money in TradeStation of my day trading, where I take majority of my good trades, and then I take my lower. Like I would take this trade that I just took just now on my Tradeovate, but it wouldn't be a high leverage trade. Like I wouldn't risk a lot because it's low probability. Well, it's not a low, but it's not a high probability. How much money you have? He said, how many you have you made off trading? How much money have you made off trading? Shit, I just became profitable, so I'm just making money. Like I just recently started making money profitable on trading. So I say right now I'm only up like a couple thousand. Like I'm not even up a couple thousand on a year. I'm probably like up maybe like six, seven, $800 with real money. Oh, you said prop firms. Oh, I just cashed out my prop firm. Well, today I just got my fifth day of $200 on my prop firm. So tomorrow I'm gonna request a payout on that one, and I got another live account it's already a live account, and I got 4 winning days of $200. So hopefully tomorrow I can get another day of $200, and I can request a payout. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use one. I'm gonna scale one of them. Like I'm gonna try to like not over leverage, but so this is what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to cash out the moment you get a chance to cash out. right? That's not what you're supposed to do, because that's FOMO, because you're trying to hurry up and cash out to get the money, right? You want to actually build a buffer before you cash out. Like, that's the way my mentor taught me. You want to build a buffer. Once you build a buffer, then at the end of the month, you see where you at. And then if you got a good enough buffer, now you request a payout, so you don't got to start over. Because let's say I request a payout for everything I have in the account. I'm gonna go right back to break even. I'm gonna be at zero again. Now I gotta build it back up. You see what I'm saying? And now the trades are more psychological, because it's like, oh my god, I'm right there. I could blow the account. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to get the funded, pass the funded, pay the 150. You're supposed to pay the $50, get the funded, pass the funded, pay the 150. Then you want to get, the goal is to get 5 days of plus $200. Once you do that, it's like an internal to yourself. Okay, I can cash out, but you're not supposed to cash out, because what you want to do is, you want to, just like I said before, you want to actually build a buffer. Like me, I got a 50K. I want to build a buffer of maybe like 5K. So once I build a buffer to maybe like 5K, now I could request, you see what I'm saying, a little payout with like 2,000. You see what I'm saying? And then once I get that, and I still got a little buffer. So it's not that I start back at zero. So I'm saying, so I'm gonna use one as, I'm gonna scale it, and then the other one, I'm gonna cash out with that motherfucker. Yeah. But yeah, oh yeah, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. I gotta he said, hold on. Congratulations. It took me 4 years to become consistent profitable. Bruh, I'm in my third year right now. This is my third year. This is the beginning of my third year right now. And I just stopped losing money. Like, I still lose trade, but I just, like, when you get to the break even stage, like, I just got there. So it feel, and I'm talking about real money, like with real money. Cause I trade prop firms, and I trade real money. So now, but I appreciate laser trader. I appreciate that. How long you been trading? I've been trading for 3 years. Bro, get 5 accounts on top of that compound. Okay, so now let's get into that. This is why I ain't do that part yet with the copy trading, right? Because he said, bro, get 5 accounts. So we'll get 5 accounts in top step combined trade and make 200 profit, and then you will cash out. So now look at the plan. I'm just getting started. If you go to copy trading, you're focused on the money, and then the trades are going to be more, you're more emotional. So you want to wait. I need to cash out first. Once you cash out first, bam, now you build a buffer, right? That's when you get another one. That's why I got 2. And I wasn't, the 2 live funded I got, I didn't copy trade both of them. I traded both of them individually. Right? Because remember, it's about being confident. I wasn't confident on my trade yet, on my trading style yet. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Stop playing with that boy. Stop playing with that boy. Hold on, man. Let's get it, man. Come on. That's we up 50 points. Or 45. Sorry, not 50. Let's go. Another thing, you want to trade your prop firm the same way you trade your real money. You do not want to switch it up. See what I'm saying? So, um, so what I was saying, yeah. So, yeah, I think I said what the fuck I said already. So that's why I don't copy. That's why I don't copy trade yet. But I am gonna copy trade eventually. But I I rather just trade my real money. But I'm gonna do both though. So if I hit TP, you want to bring your stop to break even. Actually, you want to bring it above this order block. Hold on, let me go to a 5-minute. So we got the new order block right here. Wait, it didn't close yet. We still got 2 minutes. So it needs to close. Oh shit. Look like we already is gonna close. So this is the 5-minute order block right here. Let's go, man. We got close. So now we at 50 points. Come on. Come on, man. Run through that. Run through that. Because you know you want to target this. You know you want to target this. You know you want to go right to this new week opening gap. Let's go, man. Let's go. Said, if you have 3 years. Oh, TP, let's go. Good job, man. Come on, man. Dubbed in the chat, man. Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. We doing this live, man. This is some honestly, this is why I actually trade live sometimes because you want to get your confidence right. If you don't have no real confidence, you're never going to be a good trader. So most people don't trade live because you feel like you're gonna lose trades and like, oh, they saw me lose and stuff like that. But it's everybody lose trades. The thing is that was it a good loser? It's okay to lose, but was it a good loss? So I'm saying it's not okay to be taking bad losses. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna lose, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? He said if you have 3 years, you should be getting 10K payouts. It's on your hair. I'm not see that's the problem. I'm not in a rush to make money. Right? I'm not in a rush to make money, right? I'm focusing on becoming a good trader, right? Yes, I'm been trading for 3 years, but that don't really mean I should be making having 10K payouts. My skills is not up to par yet. You know what I'm saying? So if you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's all it is what it is. Everybody's different. So I'm working on my confidence and my skills. Once I gain the skills, like I said, I just cashed out. Now cash out with the other one. Once I cash out with the other one, and he right, everybody is on their own journey. That's a fact. Everybody's on their own journey. Now you right. I could easily do 5K, I mean 5 funded accounts and been copy trading. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what I was trying to do. That wasn't my journey. That wasn't my plan. If that's your plan, it is what it is. But that's not my plan yet. What you're telling me to do is I'm gonna do that, but still I'm gonna do that more later down in the road. Probably like in a month because now I just got my cash out and I already got 2 funded accounts. So I might as well start copy trading with those two. You see what I'm saying? And another thing, if you copy trade, if you blow it, you blow it. That's another reason I don't really like to copy trade, like with all of the accounts. Because if you go on a bad losing spree, you ended up blowing all of your live accounts. And now you gotta start back over and go through the cycle again. See what I'm saying? So you want remember, become the person who do the thing to eventually have. See what I'm saying? Until you become a great trader, you're never going to be cashing out like a great trader. See what I'm saying? So is this your full-time job? I trade full time. So what you mean full time? I trade full time. What you mean like I only make money? Do I only make money from trading? Like that's what you're talking about? But I definitely trade full time. But what's full time though? Because I only trade really one session, and I'm study. This is my study time. So it's like, what you mean a full time trader? Is it that? Do you mean like what you trade every day, or is this how you pay your bills? Oh, that's the goal. So I pay some of my bills with trading. So no, I guess, and if you're talking like that, I would say then no. I do use other money to trade to pay my bills. So I'm expecting. Let's see if this wick can hold out some support. But yeah, I don't. So no then. Shit, I still got a job. Fuck, I still go to work. You don't want to quit trading until you make 3 times what you make in a week. So let's say you make $1,000. So until I make $3,000 a week with trading, then I quit. What for 2 months? You want to make your paycheck per week for 2 3 months. Once you do that consistently, just like profitability, once you're profitable for 2 3 months, now you can start scaling up and stuff like that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So once I make 3 times what I make in a week, then I think about stop going to work. But my job easy. I actually like my job. My job is literally stress free. and it don't affect my trading time. It don't affect nothing. I literally take that money and invest with it. So I'm not even looking to leave my job anytime soon because I actually found a job that I like and it's easy. And I be at the job literally studying all day. Like I be at the job studying. Like I'm a big YouTube junkie. So this is where I'm expecting the target. I'm expecting the target to be this new day opening gap. Sorry, new week opening gap. Because remember, we got these clean buy side. Look how this shit is too clean. Look how clean this is. So I'm not sure we're gonna run this tonight or tomorrow, but I'm not really a swing trader. But sometimes, man, sometimes you want to put a swing trade on. So let's see what happens when it comes to this level. Remember, same thing. You want the upper half to hold support, the lower half to not get touched, leave it as a breakaway. Damn, I've been on live for an hour and 26 minutes again. Yesterday I was on live for 4 hours. I traded from from 7 all the way to like 11 o'clock. Not trading, but I did basically what I just did today. So I may start he said you read books or YouTube or courses, bro. I'm in a Discord. So I still have a mentor. Like you need a mentor. You have to find somebody to teach you. You listen, this is what you need. It all depends on what level of trading you at. Like, are you in the beginning stage? Are you in the 2 year stage? Are you 3 years? You know what I'm saying? It's all about because everybody's different. Everybody learn at their own time and their own rate. It took me forever to learn trading. It's just like learning a new language, right? It's just like learning a new language. Like that's how I train. You got to learn so much, but you can just YouTube. In the beginning, you need a YouTube learn. You don't need to pay nobody in the beginning because you still need to learn the basics. So you want to YouTube as much as possible. What is a candlestick? What is that? What is this? What is that? What is this? You want to YouTube as much. Study, get the basic of trading, which is candlesticks. Learning how to use the chart. Learning how to use this chart. Right. Then you want to learn candlesticks. Right. Then you want to learn about candlesticks. These candlesticks, which is price action. Right? Then what you learn about that, you want to actually find somebody who you want to trade like. Who you want to trade like? Like what or who do you watch that trades that who you want to trade like? You want to mimic their style. See what I'm saying? You go on you find five influencers, right? You go on their YouTube and you watch their YouTube about trading. You find two of them you like, the one that lean to you better, the one that teach you the way that you like to get taught, whatever like that. Right? Then you jump into their Discord. You don't buy no course. You do not need to buy no courses. You need to be watching these. You need to watch these dudes trade live so you can really get the game. Like what I just gave y'all for an hour and a half, that's what you need. Because you have to be able to ask the questions, answer the questions, and then go do it and learn and learn and learn. So I'm saying you really don't need a course. Like you just need experience. You get experience by watching people trade, and then basically you do what they do. So I'm saying, so once you're in a Discord, it should be something in the Discord for them boys to teach you how to trade, and then you do what they tell you. You learn what they tell you to learn. After you do that, now you're working on. Don't go real money. You go in a prop firm. You spend $50, get you a Top Step account, prop firm, learn how to trade better. And then you go through that whole stages of losing and winning and losing and winning, but you're learning from the mentor, whoever Discord you're in, because trying to trade on your own, trying to do it alone, is going to take you a long ass time. Don't be ignorant to that fact. But the reason I feel like I'm in my third year and I'm doing good because I paid for information the whole way. Like for the whole 3 years, I was in somebody's Discord every single month. I've always invested into myself, but I've bought courses. I bought so many courses, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of time courses be bullshit. So I'm saying it's all about buying the right course from the right person. So I'm saying, But it's never going to be one course that just, okay, this is the course to the know-it-all course. It's never going to be that way. It's like every course I got, I just learned. I got better from course to course to course to course. You know what I'm saying? And this shit displays. So let's see what I do. It could come into this zone right here. When you train, bro, you always want to look to your left. You always want to look to your left. Remember, like I told you, we got no sweep on sell side. Look at that shit. It's literally just one directional. Look at that. You got no sweep. So this is liquidity. Somebody want to know about liquidity? This is liquidity. Liquidity is highs and lows. That's liquidity. This low is liquidity. And it's just money. It's just money. Liquidity is just money. Liquidity. This low right here, liquidity. This low right here, liquidity. This high right here, liquidity. You see what I'm saying? Liquidity is just highs and lows in the market. And every time we sweep one of these lows, we engage liquidity. We stop somebody out. We take somebody money. So it's in this zone. Let's see if this zone can offer some support. Oh, I'm tripping it. Let me go to a 5-minute. Yeah, so we back at that order block on the 5-minute. And we left a small little volume imbalance right here. Let's see if this wants to get filled in. So we got the order block on the 5-minute, the volume imbalance. And we got no run on sell side. So if it break this low, it may come. If it break this low, it's probably gonna come down here and sweep some of this. Oh man, I took off the gap. You need to leave the new day gap on, right? This new day. So it closed, open. Let's see if we actually below this. Oh no, that's right here. So I'm gonna delete this zone. Oh my God, this is gonna be a perfect trade. Whenever it get down here and sweep these lows, it's gonna bounce here. Yeah, man, this is another potential bounce area if it get down there. He said, can you check on Trump coin or Bitcoin? Man, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. Oh, and matter of fact, this is a mitigation block. We got a low, high, lower low, higher high. This is the mitigation block right here. Oh, that's why it stopped right there. That was nasty. That's why, bro, I love ICT concepts. I love ICT concepts, bro. It's the best. That should be your mentor, ICT. Fuck that. That's the real mentor, nigga. If we break this low, I'm gonna get off. So if you break this low, I'm gonna get off. This is low right here. If you break this low, I'm gonna get off. appreciate y'all for tuning in too. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I'm gonna try to go live more often. Yes, sir. We live on TikTok. We live on Instagram. We live on YouTube. We just caught a great trade just now, man. In the chat, I say in the chat. We just got this great trade right here to the buy side. Bounce. Call all this live on YouTube, man. If you want to go see it, man, it's on YouTube live. We've been live for an hour and 36 minutes. Good game, good information. Let's get it. Yes, sir. We live on TikTok. We live on Instagram. We live on YouTube. We just caught a great trade just now, man, in the chat. I said. Anybody got any questions, man? I ain't really got nothing to say no more. Any questions? I'm trying to learn. Things. Dang, the video ain't even. Wow. The video ain't even. All right, we live on TikTok. We live on Instagram. We live on YouTube, man. Let's get it. We just caught a great trade. Marvelous trade live. We were expecting it to hit this level, hold that support, and rally. And we end up catching a great trade, man, live on TikTok. We live on. Go watch it on YouTube, man, for an hour and 37 minutes, man. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. We live on TikTok. We live on Instagram. We live on YouTube, man. One thing about trading, man, you gotta be so patient. It said trading is a patience man game and a poor man's gamble. That's crazy though. A poor man's gamble. But it's a patience man. So I'm expecting this to get used as an inverse. So remember, if you got a fair value gap, remember a fair value gap is a 3 candlestick pattern to where the first candle and the third candle, it do not touch. So you see how it left a gap. It closed here and you see what I'm saying? There's no wick. But look, when it has a volume imbalance, you see this volume imbalance? When it has a volume imbalance, you want to draw the volume imbalance with the fair value gap. So I'm expecting this to get used as an inverse, just like we said before. Let's see if we can get a little continuation. So you don't want to get in a trade when it just bounced and hit a level, right? You want to get into a trade when it's giving you signs, right? It did give an order block right here, right? Right. But remember, this is not a great order block because why? There's no expansion. There's no fair value gap, right? If it come up and leave a fair value gap, now this order block could be good. Then we could just wait for the close above here because it already came up, respected it, created an order block right here, changing the state. If it closes up above here, leaves the order block, now we good. Waiting for it to close above here, come back, retest it, and rally. But if it just disrespects it, and come back below, then But we did just engage because this is a potential bounce area. So let's see what happens. Let's see if this fair value gap holds. How long you been trading Asia session? I don't really be trading Asia session. I just sporadically be trading it. I trade New York session. I gotta give me some food, man. I ain't even know you can go on TikTok. I ain't even know you could do what IG do. Like you can go live with somebody. I ain't even know you can do that. Let's see if Buddy answers. It updates how many minutes at a time. He said it updates how many minutes at a time. IDK what symbol? This is NQ, well MNQ. And yeah, these are 1 minute candles. So it like updates. Or you talking about TikTok. He probably talking about something else. So you see we get a nice rejection. So let's see if we come take this low. So bomb. Sweep the low. Now, what do we get? So before I go and put you on some key game, this is how you know if it's gonna keep going lower or if it's not. When it breaks the low, do we expand? First of all, do we close below the low? We close below the low. You see, we close below. Now, do we expand? Right? Do we come back, retest? Do we expand lower? That's how you know. Do we leave a fair value gap? Right? Do we respect the fair value gap and go lower? Right? Or we sweep the low, cool, but do we come back into the range? Right? That's a weak displacement. Right? You want to get a strong displacement past lows for continuation. Just like this. This is a aggressive close. Right? A weak close would be it made wick and still close back inside the range. But look what it did. It came down here and it closed down here. Right? But you see it engaged. So you see it came into this down close candle. So let's see if we get a rally or if it actually just used this zone to go lower. So look at that. Ooh, I'll be giving gain. So look, just create that down close candle, changing the state of delivery. Look like we want to go lower. Remember, this is a 1 minute time frame though. You gotta be mindful of that. 1 minute time frame can trick you, can fake you out. The 1 minute can do you dirty. So you want to switch from 1 minute to 5 minute and see what we're doing. So like look what happened. We swept this high, right? Look what happened. We got a lack of displacement. We swept the high. And you see, this was the potential draw. But if it closed, right, it gave no willingness that it wanted to go to this zone right here. Right? It swept the high, came back into the range. Right? So until we sweep this low right here, this is when we create an actual market structure shift to the downside. Right? You see on the 1 minute, there's no real market structure shift. So we're still actually bullish. Right? But this indicates right here. So let me show you delete this zone. Because look, we get a sweep and then we get a what? A balanced price range, right? Coupled with a fair value gap. And look what happened. We respect the fair value gap, create an order block right here, coming lower. So on a 1 minute, we created a change in the state going lower, but on a 5 minute time frame, we just doing a pullback. See what I'm saying? So, but this could be the start of. This is the start of most trades right here. This is how you want. This is when you want to trade. You want to trade once it engages liquidity. This is a higher time frame, right? It sweep yesterday's high, right? Now we're back into the range. But guess what? Do we get a market structure shift though? You see what I'm saying? So that's a lot of things you want to realize. See what I'm saying? Because we can easily sweep the low, come back up and go lower, but we can easily. See what I'm saying? Because this is a lack of displacement past these highs. So it's like it's weak. It's showing that it's weak. You want to see it close and keep going. See what I'm saying? So, anyways, I catch y'all, man, on the rebound, man. So gave some good game today, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I'll catch y'all again. I'm not really sure when I'll go live again, but see y'all later, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm out of here.